Broncos souvenir apparel available in the stadium, so check on the lower level. Please note the trash cans.
Sorry.
No problem.
Convenient places around the stadium, and we ask that you help keep our stadium as clean as possible. Avery is joined by her father, Dan Pound. Avery, you're on.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It is time for Broncos baseball on a Wednesday night here in El Dorado. Wednesday, July 5th, Game 2 of a 3-game series between Oklahoma City and your El Dorado Broncos. Good evening. Kurt Caden with you. Nice to have you tuned in tonight, as we have several folks already watching. I apologize for my kind of herky-jerk film work there. Never claimed to be a star filmographer. Take a look at tonight's starting lineups. The batting order for the visiting Oklahoma City Indians. Tyler Hawk will lead off. Caleb Caldwell bats second. Jordan Stevens, the second baseman, batting third. Hunter Wilcher will catch. He bats fourth. Joe Corbett is the designated hitter, batting fifth. Ryan Harrell at shortstop, batting sixth. Brendan Ezel will play first base tonight and bat seventh. Peyton Ravencraft will bat eighth, playing right field. And out in left field tonight, the number 9 batter, Austin Bardosovsky. For the El Dorado Broncos, in left field tonight is John Laguerre. Kyle Barfield mans center field, and the right fielder is Aaron Mack. Around the infield, Jarrett Coyne is at third base. DJ Gasso will spell tonight, and Gasso will get a start at shortstop. Mason Goad back in the lineup tonight. He is playing second base, and Tanner White is at first base. The catcher tonight is Sam Donnell, and pitching, Mitch McIntyre. Those are the starting lineups for tonight, as we get ready for Bronco baseball here on YouTube. Our email address, hopefully get a nice load of emails again here tonight. Our email address, Caden Broadcasting at CADEN, Caden Broadcasting at gmail.com. If you're new to our broadcast, we do ask that it's nice when you let us know who you might be pulling for in particular, where you're emailing from. If you want to include a photo, those are always enjoyed and encouraged. Tyler Hawk will lead things off for Oklahoma City. Unfortunately, my roster for OKC does not include colleges, so we just know them by name. And the first pitch by McIntyre is high and tight. Ball one. Our first pitch temperature tonight, 86 degrees under mostly sunny skies, a north-northeast wind gusting at 3 miles an hour. Second pitch of the night is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Looking out at the beautiful American flag, not even moving out there, so feels like 87 degrees. The 1-1 pitch to Hawk. That one's fisted out to second base. Mason Goads got it. He'll throw over to White and retire Tyler Hawk. Good location there by McIntyre. Got it in.
42, Caleb Caldwell.
And all Hawk could do is fist it out to second base. Here comes Caleb Caldwell. We did not see Caleb last night. He is playing center field tonight for Oklahoma City. Tonight's starter for El Dorado, Mitch McIntyre, has been pitching really well of late for the Broncos. He's out of Wichita, 6'2", 200, right-hander, and fastball, good location inside, and a swing and a miss, strike one. For McIntyre, this is his 9th game, his 5th start. Here's the 1-1, fouled out of play. Oh, actually hit the base of the top of the awning here and ricocheted back. Fortunately, it didn't knock anyone unsuspecting in the back of the head. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Caleb Caldwell. And the pitch curveball is fouled off. For McIntyre, he comes in with a record of 1 win against 1 loss. 24 innings of work. He's given up 24 hits, 28 strikeouts. His strikeout numbers have been going up the last couple outings. He's given up 11 runs, 8 of them earned. And that curveball just missed. 2-2. 7 walks against 28 strikeouts. And an ERA just above 3 for Mitch McIntyre. And a swing and a high strike. And a strikeout for Mitch. And the second out of the inning. So here's Jordan Stevens coming up. Jordan Stevens hitting .260 on the season. By a long ways has the most at-bats of any Oklahoma City Indian, 96. So by the end of this series, you'd imagine he'd get over 100 at-bats. So he has been an everyday guy. 26 games played for Jordan. That leads the team. No balls and a strike. He's the number 3 batter, and that curveball drops in there for strike 2. Mitch's curveball has the ability to just freeze the batter. You see their knees buckle, and they just have nothing going forward as far as trying to swing and trying to hit that thing. Another curveball right in there. Stevens knew it, a beauty. 3 up, 3 down for McIntyre in the top of the first inning, which included 2 strikeouts. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Oklahoma City 0, El Dorado coming to bat. Great to have you tuned in. You're watching and listening to Bronco Baseball on YouTube. And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first inning. No score. And let's take a look at the Indians in the field and the Broncos batting order. For El Dorado, Mason Goad will lead off tonight. Jarrett Coyne batting second. Aaron Mack in a familiar spot batting third. Kyle Barfield bats fourth. DJ Gasso will bat fifth. John Laguerre in the 6 hole. Tanner White batting seventh. Tanner Sheets is the designated hitter tonight for El Dorado. He bats 8th. And the catcher is Sam Donnell batting 9th. Looking out in the field at the Oklahoma City Indians, out in the outfield, Austin Bartosovsky will play left field. The center fielder is Caleb Caldwell, and the right fielder, Peyton Ravencraft. Around the infield at third base is Tyler Hawk. Ryan Harrell at short. Jordan Stevens is at second base. Brendan Ezel is at first base. The catcher tonight is Hunter Wilcher. And the pitcher for the Oklahoma City Indians is Abe Spencer. First pitch to Goad, misses his own, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. And that one out of the zone as well, 2-0. And Goad thought about it, didn't pull the trigger, and it's called strike one. Two balls and a strike. And the pitch from Spencer, that's outside, ball three. Mason Goad enters play tonight batting .225. 71 at bat, 16 hits, 5 doubles, and a triple. And that pitch nowhere close, so a 5-pitch walk and a leadoff man aboard for El Dorado. So here comes Jarrett Coyne. Jarrett Coyne. A lot of family for Jarrett in the crowd tonight. Mom Michelle, Dad Aaron, lots of folks here for Aaron. They're spending the week down here, as is Sue Vane Meyer, Tyler or Lynn Bailey's mom, or Lynn Bailey, Tyler Bailey's mom. A lot of folks spending the week here. Broncos home through next Thursday. 1 ball and no strikes to Jarrett Coyne. Swing and a miss, strike one. Jarrett Coyne just under 300. He's batting .292 on the season. 96 at bats and 28 hits. He's got 4 doubles and a home run. And he's been anchored in that number 2 hole for the last several games for El Dorado. Squares around that ball in the turf, and no chance for Wilcher there to block that one. So a free base for El Dorado. A wild pitch will be given to Abe Spencer. A little bit of an inauspicious start tonight for Spencer. A 5-pitch walk and now a 2-1 count here to Coyne, and a wild pitch thrown in. The 2-1 to Coyne. Swings through that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our normal 7 o'clock start time. The Shadows right on the batter's box, or in the batter on their home plate there, in the home plate circle, really. Some shadows over at third base you can see on your screen. Here's the 2-2, and that curveball hit Coyne. Wilcher felt like Coyne didn't make an attempt to get out of the way. Coyne saw the soft one coming. He's got protection on his arm there, but I think the umpire is deeming he's got to make an attempt to get out of the way. So I would think that would be a ball. Jarrett Coyne seems perplexed by that. Well, if a curveball's bearing in on you, you really can't go flying out of the way because it could break in. So we're going to assume 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Jarrett Coyne. And that pitch misses, so he'll walk down to first anyway. But instead of an HBP, it'll be a BB. Less letters for us to write down. Aaron Mack will come up. Leadoff walks for El Dorado to Goad and Coyne. And here comes Aaron Mack. Aaron Mack's really having a nice summer, batting .311 on the season. 28 hits, 90 at bats. He's driven in 14. He looks at strike one. Aaron Mack from Madison, Wisconsin. Swings at that one, which was out of the zone, 0-2. I've been meaning to talk to Aaron about his time in Wisconsin. Madison, just 2 hours south of where I grew up. No balls, 2 strikes to Mac. Kyle Barfield on deck. Go down at second, Coin at first. Here's the 0-2. And that one did hit Mac. Clipped him across the leg, so that back foot I don't think that was a breaking ball either. That was a kind of a inside fastball that just shaved the knee of Aaron Mack, so the bases are loaded. And El Dorado couldn't be more primed for a big inning than they are right now. Walk, hit by pitch. Spencer, this is his ninth game, his third start. He has an ERA of 9.36, 12 walks in 16 innings of work. He's got a record of 0-2. 17 earned runs given up in those 16 and a third innings by Abe Spencer. Kyle Barfield looks at one in the turf, ball 1. And the problem for OKC is they don't have very many bodies to go to. Their starter Corbett last night went as long as he could. Broncos winning last night 4-3. And ball 2 now to Barfield. For the Broncos last night, you might remember they got the 3 singles in the first inning. They only had 3 hits the rest of the game. But it was enough. 4 runs on 6 hits beats 3 runs on 5 hits. Broncos moving to 11-17 on the season. Here's a 2-0 pitch, and Barfield will hit it out to right center field. 1 run is in. Here comes Coin. He will slide in safely, and a 2 RBI single for Kyle Barfield. Aaron Mack moves to second, so the leadoff walks come back to bite Abe Spencer. And the Broncos lead 2-0. Here's DJ Gasso. DJ Gasso last night went 0 for 3 with a walk. He had an RBI ground out, which played at El Dorado's first run of the night last night. And the first pitch to DJ. High, ball 1. We've got some emails coming in, so feel free to join the email highway. CadenBroadcasting@gmail.com. Even our Oklahoma City fans watching tonight, love to hear from you. Here's the 1-0, and that's high, 2-0. And we'll get a mound visit here for Oklahoma City. Things not starting off as Abe Spencer had hoped. A walk to go, to walk to Coin. He hit Mack, and Kyle Barfield, a little humpback liner into right center field, scored 2. And our first email of the night from Ashley Cardinal, supporting the Broncos again tonight. Few more supporters. We have Aunt Jan, Uncle John, and Cousin Dustin. So we'll let you see. There's the rest of your clan right down there. Glad to have the Coins here. And glad to have all the folks cheering on the Broncos and Jarrett up in Michigan. Thank you, Ashley, for the email. Might need a photo of the whole group. 2-0 to Gasso, and that's a little outside and high, and a 3-0 count. John Laguerre waits on deck. Right-hander Abe Spencer, and the pitch guides this one in there for strike 1. So Gasso can look for his pitch here. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. That's high, ball 4. So another walk. And they're loaded again with nobody out here for El Dorado. Over to third is Aaron Mack. Kyle Barfield trots down to second. And Gasso is at first base. 2-0 already, El Dorado. Here's the pitch, and Laguerre looks at strike one. Not a bad idea to take. See if Spencer can find the zone, and he did there. No balls and a strike to John Laguerre. And that one's in there for strike two. John Laguerre from St. Charles, Illinois, 6'2", 177. And he goes to school in the land of the Boilermaker, Purdue University. Laguerre, the sixth man up, still no one retired. Here's the 0-2 to Laguerre, and he's able to check his swing. Wilcher blocks it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Base is full of Broncos. Here's the 1-2. Curveball drops in there for strike 3. So that's a big out for Spencer. Give him a little confidence, if nothing else. Really froze Laguerre, who did not really get a good hack up there. So now Tanner White steps in, and with all this trouble for Abe Spencer, he's a ground ball away from getting out of this if he can induce a double play. White bats from the left-hand side. He looks at strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Sun shining brightly and brilliantly here in El Dorado. No balls and a strike to Tanner White. And he reaches for this one and just pops it. It might land on us. Oh, it landed into the crowd. The young fan was ready to throw it back in. If he takes it to the concession stand, he gets a prize. More importantly for El Dorado, Tanner White's looking at a no ball, 2 strike count now. Tanner White hitting 167 for the Broncos. And the pitch. And, boy, it's a good 0-2 pitch by Spencer. Just missed off the outer third. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Made Tanner think. White from El Dorado goes to Butler County Community College, 6'1", 180. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Base is still full of Broncos. Here's the pitch. And White lifts this one out into center field. And Caldwell settles under it. He's got the catch. And he'll throw it to the cutoff man. That will score Aaron Mack and the 3rd run of the inning for El Dorado. So 3-0. 3-0 Broncos, and the 8th batter of the inning for El Dorado is Tanner Sheets. He's the DH tonight. Runners at first and second, now 2 away. And the pitch sails inside, ball 1. Tanner Sheets in last night's game went 0 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base. Fastball caught the corner, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tanner Sheets is out of Sugar Land, Texas, and he goes to Kansas State University, or will be going to Kansas State University. Here's the 1-1, and fouls this one off. So a ball and 2 strikes. The first 3 Broncos that reached by walk, and hit by pitch have scored. El Dorado just 1 hit, but 3 runs here in this first inning. And the 1-2 just missed, 2-2. And if you think even the hit by Barfield, we'll take it, but it was just a little looper over a second baseman's head, so no one's really squared anything up yet on Spencer. He has thrown a lot of balls, but here's the 2-2 off the end of the bat. That's going to stay foul. I thought for sure that would spin back fair. We've seen that this year. So Tanner Sheets lives to see another day. Emails starting to fly in. That's good to see. We'll read them here probably in the top of the second inning. CadenBroadcasting@gmail.com. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tanner Sheets. And the pitch. That one's in there for strike 3. Boy, Abe Spencer really turned it around after a really inauspicious start. 3-run score on 1 hit, no error. And 2 men are left on base. Let's go to the second inning. El Dorado 3, OKC 0. Top of the second inning, and a good start for El Dorado. Mitch McIntyre, what starter doesn't love a 3-run cushion when he goes out for the second inning of work? And Wilcher taking all the way, looks at strike 1. Wilcher, Corbett, and Harrell, the scheduled 3 for Oklahoma City. That's in the Turf Ball 1. Looking at the standings in the Jayhawks Summer League, Liberal, another win last night. They're playing a doubleheader tonight. 21-6. They're 2 games clear of Hayes. Here's the 1-1. That's hit sharply. Dive by Gasso off his glove. And that will probably be a hit. Yep. Good effort by Gasso, but that sinking liner and his dive just didn't quite time out. So a leadoff single for Hunter Wilcher, and here's Joe Corbett. Hayes is 18-7, 2 games back. Dodge City lost to Liberal last night. They fall to 3 games out at 17-8. Dodge City and Liberal, a doubleheader tonight, so Dodge City needs to probably sweep that one. Here's a ball out to left field, and that's caught on the run by Laguerre, and that will retire Corbett. 1 away for Oklahoma City. And here's Ryan Harrell. Derby is also right now 3 games out. They're 18-9. Still teams making up some games. El Dorado, for the most part, has been pretty fortunate getting games in this summer. Great Bend is 13-14 and in 5th place. El Dorado just 2.5 behind Great Bend. Broncos 11-17. Hayesville is 6-22. Surprising year for Hayesville with that huge roster they have. This ball hit out into right field, slicing, and that's inside the fair line. So Ryan Harrell on his way to second. Coming home to score is Wilcher. Throw to third to Coyne. Just barely beating it is Harrell. That was a close play at third. Harrell slid to the left field side of third base, and that saved him from being thrown out. So a line drive down the right field line will plate the first run of the night for Oklahoma City.
Number 26, Brendan Giselle.
Here's Brendan Izell. And I think I have an Izell email here. Let me get to that. First pitch, good. Brendan didn't put it in play. If you want to see who this is, let's see. Brandy Izell is enjoying our broadcast tonight, so Brandy, thanks a lot. Here's Brendan Izell, who last night was really close to putting one out of the yard, about as close as you can get. It hit it out to left center field. It hit off the top of the wall. Chad Crosby might have influenced that one. Brendan Ezell goes to Cowley College. There's a chopper towards third. Coyne's got it on a big hop, fires to first, and that will retire Ezell for the second out, and Harrell had to stay put there at third. Well, Ezell goes to Cowley, and I live just 10 miles north of Arc City. So, Brandy, thank you for the email, and hope you'll send us some more here tonight, Lou, if anything comes across your mind. First pitch to Peyton Ravencraft in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. 2 away for OKC here in the second inning. They've scored with a single and a triple. And the 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Oklahoma City rounds out the standings at 3-24 in league play. No balls and 2 strikes to Ravencraft. And the pitch, curveball, a beauty in there for strike 3. Oklahoma City strikes for 1 on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We're through 1.5. El Dorado 3, Oklahoma City 1. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube. Bottom of the second inning, Sam Donnell will lead it off here for El Dorado. Broncos lead 3-1. They sent 8 to the plate in the first. Abe Spencer from the stretch, and this one bounces in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pan down on Michelle Coyne and the Coyne clan. And Grandma Mary enjoys the crowd scan, so you're welcome. We'll try to do that a little more. That one across the outer third. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 low. Good effort by Wilcher. Trying to keep that in front. Two balls, 2 strikes. To the catcher, Sam Donnell. And that one dropped out of the zone, ball 3. Good pitch there by Spencer. So a full count here between Spencer and Donnell. And the pitch just missed. No love from the home plate umpire for Abe Spencer there. A leadoff walk. That could have gone either way. So the 4th walk already issued by Spencer. Goad looks at ball one. Again, close. Say hello to Aunt Sally and Aunt Nancy. So I got a photo from them as they've got their phone up where your radio normally is, and they're watching, and hopefully whoever's driving isn't watching, just listening to the game. And where in the heck are they? A long road trip. So I wonder where they might be. 2 balls and no strikes to Mason Goad. Walked and scored in the first, and that pitch missing 3-0. Sam Donnell over at first. And the 3-0. That one is in there for strike one. And the 3-1, swing and a miss. Full count. Chris and Ann Meyer and Kitty Lauren and all their ducks and chickens are watching. We have wildlife watching the game tonight. The 3-2 to Goad, fouled out of play. So I wonder if the ducks and the chickens do anything. You know, do the chickens lay more eggs maybe while watching baseball, or? 3 balls, 2 strikes to Mason Goad, batting leadoff tonight. And the pitch, Goad hits it down the left field line, hooking foul. Thank you, Chris and Ann, for the email. Bottom of the second inning, 3-1, El Dorado. El Dorado with 3 runs. They've got a runner on right now, but they only have 1 hit. They've been walked 4 times and been hit by a pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. A long look in. And now the pitch. And a strikeout. Goad tried to sit back on it, but swung through it. So for Abe Spencer, he has 4 walks, but he also has 3 strikeouts. Here's Jarrett Coyne. Jarrett walked and scored in the first. Looks to lay one down, and he fouled it off. So no balls and a strike. Some more emails coming on in. And Coyne scoots up in the batter's box and watches that curveball drop in for strike 2. Jody Kenyon says good luck to the Broncos, and a special shout out. She's a strong member of the Josh Riggs fan club. Here's one getting past Wilcher, and that will advance Sam Donnell down to second base. The Kenyons watching again. Uncle Buck, I love his movie. Aunt Lori are watching too. And here's to a great game. I'm imagining toasting or something there. Thank you, Jody, for the email. And Josh not in the lineup tonight, but you never know. We might see him. Coyne swings and misses. That's strike 3. So 2 away. And here's Aaron Mack. Aaron Mack hit by a pitch in that first inning and came around and scored. Oklahoma City playing Mack straight away. A little bit of a gap out in right center field and a swing and a miss. So Abe Spencer's gone really with the softer variety of pitches, and it's gotten El Dorado a little off stride. No balls and a strike. Left-handed swinging Aaron Mack. And the pitch. And he nailed it, but a balk was called. A balk was called by the base umpire. So I don't think that pitch will even count. The umpire, I heard him call it, but then really kind of went quiet. It would have been interesting if that had landed fair. So no balls and a strike it should be. Aaron Mack, again, against Spencer right now, it's going to be important just to wait on it. And he couldn't wait on it. He slams it way foul into the Oklahoma City bullpen. So no balls and 2 strikes. Sam Donnell walked. Wild pitch got him to second. Balk got him to third. Aaron Mack trying to deliver him. Here's the 0-2, and that one clipped Aaron again. So he'll go down to first base. Second time in a row he's been hit by a pitch. 14 times Aaron Mack has been hit by a pitch. Don Baylor used to consider it an art form, getting hit by a pitch. Yours truly ran for cover. So Kyle Barfield has the only hit of the game for El Dorado. And he looks at a ball, 1-0. Barfield's hit, looping over the second baseman's head, scored 2. It's 3-1 El Dorado, and Barfield looks at that fastball that just missed. 2 balls and a strike, or no strikes, 2-0. 2 away for El Dorado here in the second. And the 2-0, Barfield bounces it towards third, gloved over there by Hawk, over to first to retire Barfield. So the Broncos, no runs on no hits. They leave 2. We'll head to the third, 3-1 El Dorado. Well, not as much pace to tonight's game as last night. Of course, Sam Capps was really cruising for the Broncos. And Corbett wasn't doing too badly either for Oklahoma City. Here's the number 9 batter, Austin Bartosowski. And the first pitch in there by McIntyre for a strike. Oklahoma City scored their run in the second inning with a single and then a triple. There's the 0-1. Low, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bartosowski. McIntyre, when he's going good, likes to work quickly, which is probably similar to most pitchers. When they're in a groove, they want to get it and go. Here's the 1-1. And just off the plate, 2-1. Bartosowski batting .281 on the season, 57 at-bats, 16 hits. All of his hits have been singles. And the 2-1, that one's in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bartosovsky was batting second last night. He went 1 for 4. And the 2-2. McIntyre likes to go to that curve on 2-2, and he left it upstairs, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. This one's hit out to Gasso at short. He gloves it over to first, a little bit low, but a good pick over there by Tanner White. And the Broncos retire Bartosovsky. So to the top of the order, Tyler Hawk. Hawk grounded out to Mason Goad to lead off the game for Oklahoma City. Hawk hitting .321 on the season. First pitch stayed a little high, ball 1. 78 at bats, 25 hits, 11 driven in for Hawk, and he leads the team in RBIs. And here's a sharp single up the middle, Gasso with a dive, but that gets into center field with ease. A good sharp single by Hawk and a 1-out single for Oklahoma City. So here comes Caleb Caldwell. Caldwell, a strikeout victim his first time. Caldwell hitting just .167 on the season. 30 at bats and 5 hits. Here's the pitch, and this one's out to second base. Goad flips over to second for 1. Back to first. Got him! Double play! A 4-6-3 double play. Goad, Gasso, and White. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the third, 3-1 El Dorado. So bottom of the third inning here from beautiful McDonald Stadium, and DJ Gasso will lead it off. He walked in the first inning. Abe Spencer's thrown a lot of pitches through the first 2 innings. He's back out there for the third. First pitch in there for strike 1. Despite Abe Spencer's control issues, he has struck out 2 Broncos in each of the first 2 innings. So 4 strikeouts on the night for Spencer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gasso, Laguerre, and White, the scheduled 3 for El Dorado here in the bottom of the third inning. And way out in front of that one was Gasso. Going to be key to just keep that weight on the back foot and wait on it, because Spencer is not firing. He's throwing a lot of off-speed pitches, a lot of curveballs up there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch. That one's low, ball 2. Just a terrific crowd here last night. A fantastic fireworks show. Gasso gets underneath this one, and it's popped on the infield, and the shortstop Harrell will glove it for the first out. So here comes John Laguerre. Now the word on the street is the youth last night were a little squirrely out on the turf during the fireworks show. But they enjoyed it. Great crowd in the stadium. There was a great crowd outside the stadium. No balls and a strike to Laguerre. He struck out looking his first time. Slightly open stance for John, right-handed batter, and he swings over the top of that curve, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. 3-1 El Dorado, bottom of the third. And the pitch, Laguerre is underneath this one. This has popped up on the infield. And again, just kind of a victim of dropping the shoulder a little bit and just not getting good swings right now at Abe Spencer. Credit to him. So 2 away. And here's Tanner White. Sacrifice fly his first time out to center field. That plated Aaron Mack. And White hits one out into right field and a base hit. And trying to cut it off, the right fielder, Ravencraft. White on his way to second, and he slides in. It'll be a double for Tanner White. Tough play out there for Ravencraft. So a 2-out double for Tanner White. Here's Tanner Sheets. Struck out looking his first time. Tanner the DH tonight, and he looks at ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes to Tanner Sheets. Sam Donnell waits on deck for the Broncos. And the pitch, and it's hit up the middle. Harrell gloves it. Low throw to first, gets past the first baseman. That'll score 1, and Tanner Sheets goes to second. So a clear error there on Harrell, who really spiked that one well in front of the first baseman, Azell. He didn't have much chance at it. So no RBI, but it is a run for El Dorado. And a 4-1 Bronco lead. Pitcher's got to hate that. 2-out infield grounder and ends up scoring a run. And down at second base, Tanner Sheets. Sam Donnell now. We'll see if he can get a 2-out knock for the Broncos. And he waited but swung through that curve. No balls and a strike. Emails continue to flow in. The email highway is wide open tonight. Donnell looks at a fastball, a rare fastball. That's in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Donnell, and this one low. The key when you're playing an Oklahoma City team, you'd imagine they're 3-24. Get on them early, and they just don't have a lot of subs to go to. Be curious to see how much fight they have. They're ball players, though. They'll be out here to play. Here's a grounder down to third and a throw over to first, and Hawk retires Sam Donnell. But the Broncos score 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. Let's go to the 4th inning. El Dorado 4, OKC 1. More play-by-play in your emails after a brief pause here in our broadcast. Top of the fourth inning here from El Dorado. 4-1 Broncos. It's an interesting line score right now. El Dorado has 4 runs on 2 hits, no errors. Oklahoma City has 1 run on 3 hits and an error. Jordan Stevens will lead it off for OKC, and he looks at ball 1. Mitch McIntyre winds and deals the pitch, and 2-0. A little bit of a tight zone tonight. So 3-0 now to Stevens. Just looking at getting some emails. Ann Meyer sending me a photo. Again, folks, your emails are you're like my color commentators here. It's good to be able to talk to you as well as talk about this great game of baseball. A 4-pitch walk to Jordan Stevens. And Ann Meyer, that looks like a tablet there, watching the game, the speed there. And a chicken. There's the chicken. The chicken's inside. The chicken seems to be enjoying the Bronco 4-1 lead. Here is Hunter Wilcher, singled and scored in the second inning. On the move is Stevens, and the throw nowhere close. That'll be a stolen base for Stevens. So 1 ball, 5 in a row out of the zone here for McIntyre. So I got a picture of the chicken, just what I was hoping for. Maybe another one here. Sam Donnell out to visit with Mitch McIntyre. Any questions you might have, feel free to drop them along. Oh, I got the chicken twice. So 1 ball and no strikes here to Wilcher. And he hits one towards third. And Jarrett Coyne's got it. Looks Stevens back. Throws over to first. White's got him. Back over to third. And sliding in safely is Stevens. So good base running by Jordan Stevens. Hunter Wilcher is retired 5-3. Jarrett Coyne did about all he could do. And now let's see if Stevens is all right over at third. Might have gotten some of those turf monsters in his eye. Turf infield here. If you've ever been on the turf, football, baseball, whatever, you got all the ground up bits of tire or whatnot there, and they get into your shoes, and sometimes when you slide, they can get into your eyes. I think that's what happened. First pitch to Corbett, low, ball 1. Dennis Mack on that balk call asking if Aaron Mack's hit on the right side was a fair ball. No, it was not. It was a foul ball. Kind of between middle of the outfield in foul territory. It wasn't foul by a ton, but clearly foul. 2 balls and no strikes. Here to Joe Corbett. Last night's starter. And the pitch. Fastball. That's in there for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Corbett, this is his 6th game. He's batting .429. 6 out of 14. He flew out to left field his first time. He's 0 for 1. And the 2-1 pitch. And the bat goes out of the head. Casey Wolf was in the line of fire. She ducked underneath the fencing over there. Casey ducked for cover. That bat, that's as long. We've seen that happen before here. But that might be the longest bat throw. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's 2 Broncos at the end of it looks like maybe Garrett Glass at the end of the dugout. Of course, these guys show no fear of the ball. There's a bat helicoptering at them, and they just kind of stand there. No fear. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Corbett, and the pitch stayed upstairs, ball 3. Mitch Just 2 strikeouts so far tonight. Remember that game with Hayes, 10 strikeouts in 5 innings. Here's the 3-2, and that one's low, ball 4. So Corbett down to first base. And Ryan Harrell, who hit the triple down the first base line. So Dennis, thank you for the email. Thank you for the email last night, too. I sure appreciate your kind words. And Austin Myers' grandma enjoying, that when you, in between innings, I was zoomed in. I think Sue Vane was going down to see Austin, and I don't know if he wanted her to. Here's a ball down the right field line again, and fair again. 1 run will score. Corbett on his way to third, and they'll put the brakes on at third. And past second base is Harrell. Here's a throw down to second base. Oh, they didn't tag him out. They come home, and Sam Donnell's got Corbett in a rundown, and he will tag Corbett out. Boy, that's a heady play by Mason Goad. Mason Goad at second base. Could have tagged Harrell out, but instead threw home as Corbett tried to score. So the 1 run came in. That was Stevens. Harrell ends up with a double. And Corbett is out. First pitch to Azell in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch to Brendan Ezell, and he swings over the top. No balls and 2 strikes. 4-2 Broncos. Jordan Stevens came in to score. Good job by Sam Donnell to run down Corbett, who was trying to induce at least one more throw on that rundown. No balls, 2 strikes to Ezell. And the pitch. Curveball! Missed. I'm not sure even if Ezell was quite sure that was a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harrell down at second base. And the pitch, that's high, ball 3. Or ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Harrell with a triple and a double. 2 RBIs, and both have been in about the exact same space. Right down the right field line. Mitch McIntyre trying to get out of the 4th inning. And the 2-2 to Ezell. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away. Donnell will have to throw it down to first. Threw it over the head of Tanner White. And that will score a run on a strikeout. Tanner White set up on the foul side of first base. And that is an absolute gift for Oklahoma City. So Ezell, no RBI. It's a strikeout and a pass ball and an error. A free run. White was set up on the foul side of first base, and Donnell's throw just went right over his head. And Tanner's fairly tall. That one just got away from Sam. And first pitch swinging is Ravencraft out to left field. Blaguer settles under it, makes the catch. So both teams have been in the giving mood tonight. For Oklahoma City, they score 2 runs on 1 hit. There was an error and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, 4-3 Broncos. Mason Goad to lead off for El Dorado here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So 3-4-1 for Oklahoma City, 4-2-1 for the Broncos. And Mason Goad couldn't pull the trigger. Looks at a first pitch strike. Mason Goad 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout tonight. And Goad lifts this one out into center field. Coming in is Caldwell, and he's got the catch for the first out. And I know we got some Jarrett Coyne fans here in the crowd and at home. There's Jarrett. And they've got signs here. Look at there. There's the J, the A, the R, the E-T. That is awesome. Look at there. The Coyne fan club is loud and proud tonight here in El Dorado as Jarrett fouls off the first offering. That was good stuff right there. No balls and a strike to Jarrett Coyne. And he's fouling this one off. No balls, 2 strikes. (4-3) Broncos, home half of the fourth. And this one way outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'd say the Indians are getting a lot more out of Spencer of thought after the first inning. And Coyne looks at ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jarrett Coyne, 0 for 1, walked and scored in the first, struck out in the second. 2-2 pitch. And Coyne got under this one, and it's a pop in foul territory. And the third baseman Hawk makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 away, and here's Aaron Mack. Dennis's son coming up to the plate here. Goes to Newman University in Wichita. And Mack is hit again. Aaron Mack has been hit 3 times, and according to our statistician extraordinaire, Gary Carr, that's 15 times this season. This summer, he's been hit. 15? Record for one game is 4. Mack will get a couple more at-bats, that's for sure, tonight. 3 for... So his on-base percentage is 1,000, but he has no official at-bat yet tonight. 3 hit by pitches. It's amazing. 1 ball and no strikes to Barfield, and now it's 2-0. Kyle has one of the 2 El Dorado hits tonight. It was an RBI single, a 2 RBI single in inning number 1. And the pitch, that one's in there for strike 1. Well, no surprise. If you look on your screen, look at the right fielder for Oklahoma City, Ravencraft. He plays way off the line because no one's really going the other way. If the Broncos could put it where Harrell's been putting it, they'll run for days. Barfield puts good wood on it, out to right center field. The center fielder falling down makes the catch. It's Caldwell with a terrific play out in right center field. So the Broncos, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left. We'll go to the 5th. 4-3 El Dorado. Top of the fifth inning here from El Dorado, and it's a 4-3 Bronco lead, and Austin Bartosovsky will lead it off for Oklahoma City. Say hello to Randy and Betty Meyer, and the girls too. They're watching tonight, and they say go number 9, Austin Myers fan club. And Bartosovsky lays down a bunt. The Coin goes to pick it up. That'll be an infield single. Probably should have let that one go. That was a well-placed bunt by Bartosovsky. We have seen a lot of good bunts by opposing teams this year. So a leadoff single for Oklahoma City. And Sue Vane's mom enjoyed my pan on her daughter. Appreciate the gift I got from Sue Vane tonight. I'll do some more panning. Bartosovsky getting a lead off of first, and the curveball stayed upstairs, ball 1. Mitch McIntyre with a look into the dugout. And now stepping out is Tyler Hawk. Let me put the runner on first. There we go. Tanner White shielding his eyes. The sun is really in a bad spot right now for the first baseman. Running is Bartosovsky. That pitch gets past the catcher, but that would have been a steal. So down to second, Bartosovsky. Ann Meyer lets me know that Mo the chicken jumped 6 inches on my last play-by-play. All right. I'm inspiring the chicken. Yeah, the chicken dance was played earlier. Here's the 2-0. Hit up the middle. Gasso fields it behind second base. Throw to first. And safe is Hawk. Gasso had to range a long way, playing more in the hole at short. So an infield single, a stolen base, and an infield single. Runners at first and third. Oklahoma City primed for a big inning here. Caleb Caldwell is 0 for 2. He hit into a 4-6-3 double play his last time. And the pitch, that's low. Sam Donnell nicely moving his feet over to block that one. 1 ball and no strikes. And the 1-0, and they got the runner going down to second. Oh, and the second baseman, Goad, dropped the ball. So that'll be an error on Goad. They had Tyler Hawk picked. So things not rolling smoothly right now for El Dorado. Runners now at second and third. Nobody out for Oklahoma City. And the 1-0. That one's inside and low. 2-0. Mitch wearing a face of frustration right now. Here's the 2-0 to Caldwell. And that one's inside. 3-0. Caldwell, just a 167 hitter, but he's way ahead here, 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch, high and tight, ball 4. Josh Riggs and Avery Reedmiller head down to the pen. It looks like Reedmiller is going to be warming up, and Riggs will be catching him. We'll give you a look down. I know we got Josh Riggs fans watching there. They go down to the bullpen. Not really hurrying down there.
Don't you want to come back?
So the
Great baseball, we hope. And then also we'll have Riley Rumford
Broncos meeting at the pitcher's mound.
throw out the first pitch.
And I think that was Toby heading out there,
Turkey Morris Funeral Home,
trying to settle the troops down a little bit.
Chamber Celebration of Freedom Committee, Fred Priestley, VFW Post 1174. Number 4,
So here is Jordan Stevens, the leading RBI guy for Oklahoma City. Bases loaded. The corners will play in. The middle infielders play at double play depth. Stevens walked and scored in the 4th inning. Curveball, low, ball 1. Mitch is trying to figure out where he can put that one to get a strike. And the pitch from Mitch. That one's hit sharply in the hole. That'll score 1. Coming around second and on his way home is Hawk. And Oklahoma City takes their first lead of this series. So a 2 RBI single for Jordan Stevens. Bartosovsky and Hawk score.
number 44, Hunter Wiltshire.
5-4 Oklahoma City. Still nobody out, and here's Hunter Wiltshire. Wiltshire hitting .368 for Oklahoma City. And the pitch, he looks to lay down a bunt, and that's a strike called. We've seen that called a ball tonight. No ball, or excuse me, 1 ball, 1 strike here to Wiltshire. And the pitch, this one's lifted foul. I think it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes here to Wiltshire. Mitch would love a strikeout here. McIntyre thought he had that 0-2, but it's called a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Wiltshire. Down at second base is Caldwell. Stevens at first. Outfield plays pretty much straight away here on Wiltshire. And the pitch, lifted foul. I don't know if Coyne's going to have room. He's not. It's going to end up beyond the fence. (5-4) Oklahoma City. They never led last night, and they take their first lead of the series here in the top of the 5th inning. A bunt single got it all going by Austin Bartosovsky for Oklahoma City. Tyler Hawk had an infield single, Caldwell walked, and Jordan Stevens an RBI single, 2 RBI single. Here's the 2-2, low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reed Miller continues to work down in the pen for El Dorado. Mitch's pace has certainly slowed down here. And the 2-2, curveball, hit towards third. Coyne will go to second, and he'll throw it into the outfield. That will score a run. That'll be an error on Jarrett Coyne. So the Broncos not helping out Mitch McIntyre right now. The second error of the inning for El Dorado. A run came across, and it's 6-4. Here's Joe Corbett. Still nobody out. Curveball well upstairs, and Mitch looks like he's running on fumes now. 1 ball and no strikes to Corbett. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to left field and walked. It was Corbett who got caught in that rundown between third and home, and Donnell tagged him out. This one spiked well in front of the plate. Terrific stop by Donnell there. 2 balls and no strikes. El Dorado has given Oklahoma City basically 3 free non-outs tonight. Ball 3, and Mitch looks fumed and frustrated right now. Ryan Harrell, who's been a dangerous hitter, is waiting on deck for Oklahoma City. Here's the 3-0 to Corbett, and that one's in there for strike 1. Three runs across. Caldwell came out and scored on that last error. Stevens at third, Wilcher at first, and the 3-1. This one's hit towards second base. They'll go to second for 1, and no throw to first. A run will score. Stevens comes down the line to score, and we're going to get a pitching change here. 7-4, Oklahoma City. A new pitcher will be coming in. It'll be Avery Riedmiller. We'll be back with more here on YouTube. Oklahoma City 7, Broncos 4. Avery Riedmiller, the new pitcher for El Dorado here in this top of the 5th inning. Oklahoma City has scored 4 already. Runner at first is Joe Corbett. And here's Ryan Harrell, who has tripled and doubled down the right field line in both of his plate appearances. Harrell comes into the game tonight batting just .204. But he's 2 for 2. No balls and a strike. As Harrell fouled off the first offering from Riedmiller. Riedmiller, this is his 11th game. He's got an ERA of 8.72. Here's the 0-1. Curveball in there for strike 2. 21 2/3 innings of work, 31 hits, 21 earned runs, 9 walks, 12 strikeouts. He has a 1-win, 2-loss record, and he has a save. Tanner White still shielding his eyes over at first. Donnell sets up on the outer third. That pitch sailed back in and missed. 1-2. So the 1-2 pitch, Corbett gets his lead, and the curveball, that's upstairs, 2-2. Brendan Izell waits on deck for Oklahoma City. 2 errors in the inning by El Dorado. And an error at the end of the 4th innings allowed a run. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Harrell. And the pitch, Corbett bluffing. We'll go back. We'll get back to more of your emails here. Reed Miller, a look over at first. Corbett with a pretty good lead. And the pitch. This one's hit towards second base. Goad over to Gasso for 1 to first. No, not in time, but a second out. So another 4-6 put out. And the 8th batter of the inning. Oh, I didn't have the out. There we go, 2 outs. The 8th batter of the inning is Brendan Izell. It was Izell last inning who struck out. And the ball was in the turf. Donnell threw over the first baseman's head, which allowed a run to score. Running is Harrell, no throw. A swing and a miss, strike 1. So Harrell down to second base. No balls and a strike to Izell. He grounded out to third his first time, so he's 0 for 2. And the pitch just off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike. Peyton Ravencraft, if he gets to the plate, would be the 9th batter of the inning. One and one, and a swing and a miss, strike 2. El Dorado led 3-0 after 1, led 4-1 after 3 innings, but 2 in the 4th and 4 here in the 5th for OKC, and they lead 7-4. 1-2 pitch, low, Donnell, it got past him, and no chance to get Harrell, who moves on to third. So the Indians are a hit away from doubling up El Dorado. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here to Brendan Izell from Cowley College, who had a terrific season. Made it to the College World Series in Grand Junction, Colorado. Swing and a miss. And this long inning, which included a pitching change, 2 errors, and this 4 runs for Oklahoma City mercifully comes to an end. 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 left. We're halfway through. 7-4 OKC on YouTube. Time for the El Dorado Broncos to get back to work here now. They have managed just 2 hits. They have more runs and more errors so far than they do hits here tonight. 4 runs on 2 hits and 3 errors for El Dorado, and it'll be DJ Gasso leading it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Abe Spencer has really settled in, and the soft stuff is really giving El Dorado problems. 5 of their last 6 outs have been of the fly ball variety. Gasso looks at ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Remember, Spencer has a 9.36 ERA. Here's a 2-0. That one missed everything, 3-0. So DJ Gasso, 0 for 1 tonight, popped out to short and walked. He's ahead 3-0. And that pitch right down the middle, taking all the way, was Gasso. 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 drops in there, and it's 3-2. So Abe Spencer works himself back into this count. Shadows now covering most of the field. Gasso hits it on the ground to short. That's gloved over there by Harrell over to first and got him by a step. So 1 away, and here comes John Laguerre. Laguerre struck out looking in the first inning and popped out to second in the third. He's 0 for 2. Laguerre enters play tonight batting .233. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. Lights have been turned on here at McDonald Stadium. And the 0-1 pitch, and Laguerre waited for it, lifts it out over the shortstop for a base hit. Little trouble out in left field, and Laguerre had a thought, but wisely turns back. So the third hit of the night for El Dorado, a 1-out single by John Laguerre. And here's Tanner White. He doubled his last time out to right center field. Tanner White, 1 for 1 with that double, a sacrifice fly in the first inning, so he's scored a run, driven in a run. And we'll see what he can do here with 1 away and John Laguerre over at first base. And that pitch low, ball 1. Laguerre gets his lead off of first, and the pitch. White hits it hard, but right at the second baseman. Flipped a second for 1 over to first. Off the base was Azell as he had to take his foot off there to save that ball from getting past him. So here's Tanner Sheets. 2 away for El Dorado here in the 5th inning. And Sheets gets under this one, lifts it out to shallow center field. Bartosowski coming in, and he'll make the catch. And Abe Spencer allows just 1 hit, no runs in the 5th inning for El Dorado. We'll head to the 6th inning, 7-4, Oklahoma City. Peyton Ravencraft, a swing and miss at the first offering from Reed Miller here in the 6th inning. And a swing and a miss again. No balls and 2 strikes. Some changes for El Dorado. Aaron Mack has moved from right field to catcher. John Laguerre has moved from left field to right field. And Chad Crosby now in the game in left field. The 0-2. Chopper towards first. Reed Miller a little slow getting going. Now White throws it over, and Reed Miller touches the base. Avery a little bit of a late start, but he got there in time, and the first out of the inning is recorded. Here comes Bartasovsky, who led off last inning with a bunt single and really got things going for Oklahoma City. Jarrett Coyne playing a little inside the base, and another bunt attempt, and bunted hard and foul by Bartasovsky. Hello to Lynn Donovic, listening and watching down in Houston, cheering on her nephew Kyle Barfield tonight. Thanks for the email, Lynn. And the pitch off the plate, 1-2. Well, Austin Meyer's grandma with since I made the chicken jump 6 inches, she wants to know if that makes me a chick magnet. I'm not sure. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's a good one. Two away. And to the top of the order for Oklahoma City, it's Tyler Hawk. He's 2 for 3, a couple of singles and a run scored. Looks at ball 1. Outside, 2-0. Here to Tyler Hawk, the third baseman. And now 3-0. Three balls and no strikes to Hawk. And that one's in there for strike 1. Our emails have slowed down a bit. Feel free to join in. It's cadenbroadcasting@gmail.com. 3 balls and a strike. And that one's low, ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Hawk. So Caleb Caldwell comes up. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Hawk waiting to go, did not go, and Caldwell taps this one into fair territory. They're going to called it foul. It was a late call. So Toby Reuter asking Aaron Mack, I should say, went and fielded it in fair territory. It didn't hit Caldwell. But then the umpire, after he tagged the runner, the umpire said foul ball. And the 0-1 low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Been a curious zone tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike to Caleb Caldwell. Hawk leans further off of first, and the pitch way behind that one and hit into the netting of the Oklahoma City dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 7-7-1 for OKC, 4-3-3 for El Dorado. Broncos Sunday were guilty of 6 errors at Liberal. Caldwell, an emergency swing there, able to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jordan Stevens waits on deck. Reed Miller look over at first at Hawk. He walked, and he's on the move. Caldwell tries the right side. He fouled it into the Indian bullpen. Seen a couple of the Indian right-handed hitters really kind of drop their hands and just shoot it towards right field. Harrell has done it twice tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caldwell. And the curveball hit towards short. Gasso's got it. We'll give it off to Goad, and they'll retire Hawk down at second base. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 7-4 OKC. Chad Crosby, who came into the game last inning to play left field. Aaron Mack moved to catcher. Sam Donnell was lifted, so Crosby batting in Donnell's spot, his first at bat of the night, and he looks at ball 1. Chad Crosby from Mission Viejo, California, had a great email and photos from his folks last night. 6 foot, 190, bats left, throws right. And got under this one, and it's a pop to shortstop. Harrell will make the catch for the first out. Spencer not really throwing that hard, and it's enticing, but the Broncos have really popped out a bunch tonight. So Mason Goad will step in with 1 away here in the 6th. Mason 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And missing with the fastball, 1-0. Mason Goad entering play tonight, batting .225. Here's the 1-0. High, ball 2. And Oklahoma City starts getting someone warmed up down in their bullpen. Their numbers and their roster don't really match. So we're not for sure who it is. 3 balls and no strikes. Here to go. Jarrett Coyne waits on deck. The 3-0 taking all the way, and that one's high, ball 4. So a 1-out walk. And we're going to get timeout. Abe Spencer has thrown a lot of pitches. Credit to him getting into the 6th inning here. You might remember if you tuned in late, that first inning, 8 Broncos came to the plate. 3 had walked in the inning. There was 2 strikeouts, which adds to your pitch count. He hit a batter. And Spencer is going to stay out there. How much left in the tank does Abe Spencer have? A lot of you watching and listening tonight. Great to have you tuned in. Every home Bronco game right here on YouTube. We're back tomorrow night for the 3rd and final game of the series with Oklahoma City. Video will start right around 6:40 or 6:45, and the audio at 7. Jared Coyne was about to get hit by that pitch, and then it was called a strike. No balls and 1 strike here to Coyne. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss. It gets past the catcher, so Mason Goad will get a free base. Jared Coyne now down in the count, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Jared Coyne 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Gets under this one a bit, lifts it out into left field. Bartosovsky camps under it and makes the catch. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. So Aaron Mack, who's been hit 3 times tonight. Hello to Tom and Peg Camp. Watching baseball again tonight from Mesa, Arizona. One ball and no strikes to Mack. And Tom and Peg wondering if, hopefully not the reason for Sam's departure was getting hit last night. I don't think it was. Here's the 1-0, and that one misses, 2-0. Aaron's eyes almost get big when that curveball comes barreling in on him. 2-0, and that one's in there for strike 1. Zach Spencer, watching and listening from Georgia. Here's the 2-1. Mack got under it, lifts out to center field. Caldwell underneath it, makes the catch. 3 more fly ball outs in the inning by Abe Spencer. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We'll go to the 7th inning, 7-4 OKC. Jordan Stevens leads off for Oklahoma City here in the 7th. A mighty swing and a miss. Strike one. Reed Miller has come in and calmed down the Oklahoma City Fire. Stevens is 1 for 2 tonight. A 2 RBI single his last time up. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Stevens reaching for this one, hits it out to Goad. Stevens running hard, throw down to first, and he is retired. So 1 away for Oklahoma City here in the 7th, and that'll bring up Hunter Wilcher. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Singled and scored in the 2nd, grounded out to 3rd in the 4th, and he hit into a fielder's choice in the 5th inning. The Hayes Larks have scored 5 in the 5th. They lead Great Bend 5-2. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike to Hunter Wilcher. And the 1-1, and Wilcher swings through that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wilcher will tighten up the batting gloves. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 away for OKC here in the 7th. They lead 7-4. And Reed Miller comes with a fastball, and that one's popped into the parking lot. One ball, 2 strikes to Wilcher, and a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Third strikeout for Avery Reed Miller. So 2 away, and here's Joe Corbett. 0 for 2. Fly out to left and hit into a fielder's choice. He looks at strike 1. Oklahoma City in the league for the first time this year. Joined the league after last season. And quickly, Avery Reed Miller ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2, that one's low, 1-2. And that one caught the umpire on the foot. It got through Mack and got him right on the foot. So Aaron Mack, much like when a catcher gets clipped by a ball, the umpire will go out to the pitcher. Aaron Mack will go out there and give the umpire a little time to recover. 2 balls and 2 strikes. These teams have played 4 times this year. They're 2-2. 1 more game tomorrow night. And the 2-2 to Corbett. High foul ball, and that's out of play. Here's the 2-2. That one stayed up on Reed Miller. Now from 0-2 to 3-2 for Joe Corbett. Ryan Harrell waits on deck. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. So Reed Miller strikes out 2. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 7th inning. We'll see if that can give the Broncos a little momentum. They're down by 3. We head to the bottom of the 7th here on YouTube. The Oklahoma City Indians will go to their bullpen. Sam Malott is the new pitcher. See if I have any numbers on him. Kyle Barfield leads off and looks at a high ball. Malott, this is his 10th game. He has a 12.53 ERA. 18 2/3 innings of work, and he's given up 26 earned. That one out of the zone, 2-0. 17 walks and 18 strikeouts for Malott on the summer. 2-0 to Barfield. And that one upstairs, 3-0. Barfield 1 for 3 tonight, a single and 2 RBIs. Kyle way ahead here, 3-0. And Malott is low, a 4-pitch walk to lead off the 7th inning. Good start for El Dorado. So here's DJ Gasso.
Number 11, DJ Gasso.
Gasso tonight, 0 for 2 with a walk. This is his 5th game of the season. He came into play batting .333. He looks at strike 1. Abe Spencer went 6 innings, gave up just 3 hits, and induced a lot of fly ball outs. And the pitch, Gasso lifts this one high in the air to right field. Going back, now coming in and making the catch is Ravencraft. Oklahoma City's defense has not really had to work very hard tonight. Looking at Abe Spencer, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 fly ball outs in 6 innings of work by Spencer. Here's John Laguerre. He singled his last time up there. And Barfield on the move, got a great jump, and the throw high, and the second baseman did a good job of just catching that one. So Barfield with a stolen base. No balls and a strike. Yep, he did. Laguerre with a swing and a miss there. Almost more of a protective swing to. So now Wilcher will go out and visit with a runner at second, making sure they're on the right page with their signs. Beautiful evening here in El Dorado. Glorious sky up above. Take a look at what our temperature is right now. It's a little humid right now, but that's normal here in our neck of the woods. Currently, it feels like 81 degrees still. And the pitch, that one's up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sam Malott taking over here in the 7th inning. A leadoff walk to Barfield, and then Gasso flied out to right field. 1 ball, 1 strike to Laguerre. And John got then off the handle, going out towards shallow left field. And Harrell, good effort, couldn't come up with the catch, but Barfield really was in no man's land. He didn't want to wander too far off, because if Harrell makes the catch, he'd hate to run into a double play. So a single. And here is Tanner White. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Tanner White, 1 for 2. A double, a fielder's choice, and a sacrifice fly. He's driven 1 in, and he scored 1 tonight for El Dorado. Hit it hard as last time, but right at the second baseman, Stevens. And he looks upstairs, ball 1. 7-4 OKC here in the home half of the 7th inning. Leftover fireworks being shot off in the neighborhood. One ball and no strikes to Tanner White. And that one is in there for strike one. On my drive home last night, got to a point on the way home, I could see about 6 or 7 celebrations going on around South Central Kansas. Really a perfect day for fireworks. We had some light rain in the morning, and then it cleared off for the Independence Day celebration last night. Here's the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch to White, and that's high, ball 2. Malott not finishing his pitches. He's leaving them up. Tanner White this season, coming into tonight's play, was 9 for 54, a 167 batting average, 7 RBI. The shortstop, Harrell, lingers behind Barfield out there. You can see that on your screen behind second base. So there's a good hole on the left side, and Tanner likes to go that way. Goes that way, but he lifted out to left field. Bardasovsky's got the catch and the second out of the inning. So 2 away. And a new batter up there for El Dorado. Colton Schenker is going to hit here for El Dorado for Tanner Sheets.
Number 13, Colton Schenker.
So Sheets ends the night 0 for 3. Here's Colton Schenker. He loves to go the other way. Broncos need a 2-out hit. First and second, 2 away for El Dorado. Malott wants Wilcher to recycle the signs. They've got their sign and the pitch. And that curveball drops in there for strike 1. Schenker didn't love the call. No balls and a strike. The shortstop, Harrell, really out of position. He is right behind second base. And the pitch to Schenker. Fastball in there, strike 2. The right fielder, Ravencraft, shades more towards the line. The center fielder playing straight away, so there's a nice gap between right field and center field. Schenker, though, looking to put it in play here. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. And that one's hit sharply out into right field, a base hit. Barfield around third. He'll try to score. The throw will come to third. And the Broncos get a 2-out hit from Colton Schenker. And it's 7-5. Just what El Dorado needed. Pretty smart play by Ravencraft. Didn't want the runners to advance. So he was going to third. It was cut off by Harrell, the shortstop. So Laguerre down to second base. Schenker at first, and it's 7-5. And the first pitch in there for strike 1. Looked like a changeup. Crosby 0 for 1. He came in for Donnell, and he popped out to short back in the 6th inning. Here he is batting again in the 7th. 3 errors looming large right now for El Dorado. Here's the 0-1. And Wilcher wanted to throw down to second, but Harrell was trying to get back to his position. Laguerre had plenty of room out there at second base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Abe Spencer, the starter for Oklahoma City, went the first 6. Now it's Malott out there. And the 1-1, and that's in there for strike 2. Malott not even really looking back at second base. He is focused in on the hitter, Chad Crosby. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, that one's a little off the plate, 2-2. Wilcher looked a little surprised by that pitch. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As it turned out, Ravencraft was playing Schenker perfect because the ground ball single went right to him out there in right field. Laguerre at second. Schenker at first. Here's the 2-2. And a curveball way upstairs. 3-2. The runners will be on the move. So any kind of extra base hit could tie this game from Chad Crosby. Malott wants a strike here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 away, bottom of the 7th inning. Runners on the move, and the pitch fouled off. So we'll do it again. Umpire and cleaning the plate, something you don't see too often. The turf guys, the turf monsters are invading home plate. Get back to your emails here shortly. On the move is Laguerre, and he'll take third base. So Laguerre noticed Malott wasn't paying any attention to him, so he just took off for third. So now runners at the corners. The runner at first, Schenker, will get a head start here. But now Laguerre, they said time was in play, I guess. I didn't see time called. It was a foul ball just a moment ago, so Laguerre will return to second. So Laguerre with a heady move, but he'll go back to second. He's going to get a running start anyway. He'll score on any hit. And the 3-2. And Crosby fouls it off. So a good battle here between Malott and Crosby. Harrell lurking around. And the pitch. And that one really crossed up the catcher. It looked like it was going to sail over his head, and then it dropped drastically. It was well out of the strike zone. So Crosby induces a walk, and now the bases are loaded for Mason Goad. And we have a mound visit here and a new pitcher coming in. Ken Williams is the name on our roster. We'll tell you his numbers in a moment. Bases loaded, 7-5 OKC. We're back in a moment here on YouTube. So Ken Williams, the lefty, will try to get Oklahoma City out of a big jam here. Williams has 1 win and 4 losses on the season. His 9th appearance, usually a starter. An ERA of 6.3, 34 innings of work, and 24 earned runs given up. 14 walks, 23 strikeouts, and his first offering to Goad is just under the letters for strike 1. Mason Goad 0 for 2 tonight with 2 walks and a run scored. He's in a big spot here. No balls and a strike. Long look in by Williams. He's got his sign. And the pitch. And that one in there for strike 2. So Goad falls behind 0-2. Goad on the season with 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch, and able to foul that one off. Williams prancing around the mound. He's in a good groove right now. No balls and 2 strikes here to Goad. Jarrett Coyne waits on deck. 7-5 Oklahoma City. Broncos with the bases juiced. And the 0-2. Curveball, nowhere close, 1-2. Laguerre's at third, Colton Schenker at second, and Chad Crosby at first. Here comes the 1-2. And Goad able to spoil that pitch. Knocks it foul. We'll do it again. Mason looking for some green grass here. Infield plays straight away. Williams with a long look in. Goad asking for time and finally gets it. He had his hand up for about 3 or 4 seconds there before he was granted time. Williams is ready. Goad is ready. The 1-2. And that one in there for strike 3. So Mason Goad struck out looking. El Dorado scores 1 run on a couple of hits, no errors, but 3 men left on base. We'll head to the 8th inning, 7-5 OKC. So Austin Meyer will come in and pitch. And first pitch swinging is Harrell, and Coyne unable to scoop that one. That'll be a base hit for Ryan Harrell. And a good start for OKC here in the 8th. Coyne tried to get it on that short hop. We've seen him do it a number of times this year, but couldn't grab that one. So here's Brendan Ezell. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. So the Austin Meyer clan, I'm sure excited to see him out on the hill tonight. Sue Vane here in the crowd. Susie Q cheering on Austin. And first pitch swinging is Ezell, and he fouls it out of play. th game for Austin Meyer. 14 1/3 innings of work. 12 earned runs given up. A 7.5 ERA. And the 0-1 running on the play is Harrell. Here's a throw down to second. Right on the numbers, and that is going to be an out. Perfect throw by Aaron Mack. Put it right on Goad's glove, right on the base. So no balls and 2 strikes to Ezell, and the pitch in the turf, 1-2. So a big out there for El Dorado to get Harrell off the base. Harrell's got a single, double, and a triple tonight. Here's the 1-2. And that one's in there for strike 3. The umpire made an indication that it was foul tipped. He kind of crossed his hands and then he finally rung him up, but nonetheless it's an out. So the third strikeout tonight of Ezell. And here's Peyton Ravencraft. He's 0 for 3. And Meyer, curveball misses, ball 1. Meyer, 5 walks and 10 strikeouts in 14 1/3 innings of work. He's got a 1-win, 0-loss record. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Ravencraft. Right-handed pitcher Austin Meyer, missing, 2-1. Meyer hails from Ormond Beach, Florida. Goes to King College. And here's a high chopper. Goad comes up, now throws to first, and got him by a half a step. Almost a McDonald Stadium infield single, but not to be for Ravencraft. 3 up. Well, not 3 up, 3 down. I guess no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 7-5, Oklahoma City. So the Broncos will see another new pitcher here, C.J. Edwards. So Williams came in, put out the fire with a strikeout, and he, I think, generally is a starter, and I would imagine we might see him tomorrow night. But needing an out, Oklahoma City went to him there in the 7th inning, and he struck out Goad. So here's C.J. Edwards now on the hill. C.J. Edwards is 0 and 2 on the season. 6.3 ERA. The right-hander first pitch, well outside, ball 1 to Jarrett Coyne. Coyne 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored tonight. A couple of flyouts and a strikeout. One and 0 to Coyne. And Coyne goes the other way, and that's a fair ball down the right field line. Jarrett on his way to second base, and it's a leadoff double for Coyne. And you might hear a little extra noise, a lot of coins in the crowd tonight. So a good start for El Dorado here in the 8th. Here comes Aaron Mack. Aaron leads the team with home runs. He's got 4. We haven't seen a Bronco go yard for a little while, though. This wouldn't be a bad time. And Mack looks at strike 1. Aaron Mack officially tonight 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch 3 times. Scored 1 run. And the 0-1 pitch. Mack hits it out to right field. Going back, the right fielder. It's off the wall. Here comes Coyne. He's going to score. Aaron Mack. A double. Off the wall. And it's 7-6. So back-to-back doubles for El Dorado. And so they'll go out and settle down C.J. Edwards. El Dorado's gotten within a run here. 7-6 our score. Mack just missed. Hit about midway up the wall, out just below the scoreboard. Mack then, I'm not sure if you noticed there, he was ready to go for 3. He put on the brakes. If the throw from right field would have hit Harrell, the shortstop, they probably would have tagged Mack out. But it went over Harrell's head, and Mack was able to scamper back to second base. So here's Kyle Barfield. He's got a single and 2 RBIs tonight. He's walked and scored a run. He's officially 1 for 3. Fireworks going off out in the distance. You might be able to hear or even see them out there out in left center field. So Edwards in some trouble here. The tying run at second with nobody out. No one holding on Mack. And the pitch low. Nice job by Wilcher to block that one. 1 ball and no strikes. So it's up to Barfield, Gasso, and Laguerre to get Mack in to tie this game here in the 8th inning. And the pitch, and Barfield got under this one, popped it up to shallow right field. Stevens, the second baseman, goes back and makes the catch for the first out. So 1 away, and here's DJ Gasso. Gasso due. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. DJ Gasso goes to the University of Central Oklahoma. He's from Norman, Oklahoma. And the pitch. That one's low. Wilcher. He's been a little crossed up by the last 2 pitchers out there. And he's going to go talk. 1 ball and no strikes. Now the Royals off to a 4-0 lead in the first inning at Seattle. Another home run for Mike Moustakas. The Moose is loose. Call the park ranger. One ball and no strikes to Gasso. Fastball, that's in there for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, that's number 11 batting. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The Broncos have scored 1 run in the 7th, 1 run in the 8th. A lot of ones up on the board right now. From scoreboard operator extraordinaire Gina Short, who figured out the new scoreboard in no time. One visiting broadcaster tried to call an error on Gina earlier this year, and he was mistaken. She still has 0 on the errors line. 2 balls and a strike, and a good cut by Gasso, and he fouled it out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mack not really being held on. The second baseman, Stevens, now starts to drift that way. And the 2-2, and Gasso held up. He was ready to swing at that one. It sailed out of the zone, and he held up. Noticing, the center fielder Caldwell plays a very shallow center field. He's in closer than the left fielder Bartasovsky. Here's the 3-2 to Gasso. And he bounces it towards short. Harrell's got it, throws over to first, and they retire Gasso. So after back-to-back doubles to lead off the inning, Edwards has calmed down and induced a couple of routine outs. Mack has not moved past second. And now John Laguerre will be called upon here to see if he can get a 2-out knock. He's singled his last 2 times up. He's 2 for 4. Laguerre, a strikeout, pop out, single in the 5th, and a single in the 7th. And looks at ball 1. Coyne led off the inning with a double. Mack doubled off the wall. Barfield popped out to second. Gasso a ground out to short. So not only the last 2 batters getting out, but not productive outs. Mack has not been able to move off of second base. And the 1-0, Laguerre. A little bit late as he shoots it into the bullpen down the right field side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Long look in by Edwards. And now the 1-1. And that one missing. 2-1. Aunt Ida watching and listening. She was cheering on Austin Meyer as he pitched in the top half of this inning. So Laguerre ahead here. 2 balls and a strike. And Edwards delivers a strike. So the deuces are wild now for number 29. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Tying run down at second base. Edwards again, a long look in. Now he's got his sign. Here's the 2-2. And Laguerre hits it hard out into left center field. Mack rounding third. He's going to score. And we are tied. Laguerre trying to get down to second, and he is safe. It'll be an error out in left field, I would imagine. John Laguerre with a 2-out single. Gary, do we have an error out in left field?
Number 27, Tanner White.
So a huge 2-out RBI game-tying single. He did go to second. So that is an error on the left fielder. And here's a ball towards third base, and it's into left field. And the third baseman got in the way of Tanner White, of John Laguerre, and he will be given home plate. So Tanner White with a single. And interference by the third baseman, Hawk. And El Dorado takes an 8-7 lead.
So the interference gets an error.
The Oklahoma City manager now wondering about the call. Laguerre was not going to score, but he was interfered with by the third baseman. So El Dorado has struck for 3 runs here in the 8th inning. Austin Meyer is now in line for the win.
So they have 3.
And here's Colton Schenker. Boy, Tanner White, first pitch swinging, just shot it right through the left side. And Schenker looks at ball 1. So we have a runner at first. There we go. 8-7 Broncos, a 3 spot in the 8th. And Schenker hits it hard right at the second baseman, Stevens. He's got it over to first, and that will retire El Dorado. But the Broncos score 3 times. We'll go to the 9th inning. El Dorado 8, Oklahoma City 7. Certainly a lot of moving parts in the 8th inning, trying to figure out hits and errors and RBIs. And the biggest number is 8-7. That's what we're worried about, and the Broncos lead. And first pitch swinging, Bartosovsky hits it down past Tanner White into right field. We're going to have a play at second, and that throw sails over the second baseman's head. Goes to the bullpen fence. Bartosovsky's going to go all the way around and score. So, just like that, the Indians have tied it. It'll be a double and a two-base error on the throw from the right fielder, Laguerre.
Number 17, Tyler Hawk.
I think he gave the error to the wrong team. So Bardasovsky has it tied up at 8, and Garrett Glass will now deal with the leadoff batter, Tyler Hawk. What a weird start to the 9th inning. 1-0. Hawk fouls this one out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. A good throw to second might have gotten Bardasovsky, but it sailed over the shortstop's head and went all the way to the fencing here on the foul side on third base, and Bardasovsky never broke stride and scored easily. 1 ball and 1 strike, and Hawk reaching for this one, lifts it out into left field. Coming in, the left fielder Crosby, and he makes the catch. Looked a little precarious at first, but Chad Crosby able to glove it. So 1 away, and here's Caleb Caldwell. Caldwell is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored tonight. And he's first pitch swinging out to Laguerre in right field, and John's got it for the second out. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Jordan Stevens. So Austin Meyer now cannot win this game. He was in line for a dub. Jordan Stevens has scored twice tonight. He's driven in 2. He's 1 for 3 officially. And a swing and a miss. Obstruction, that's right. Dennis Mack, you're right. Obstruction there by the third baseman on that go-ahead run at the time for El Dorado. Not interference, obstruction. That's right. Thank you, Dennis. No balls and 2 strikes here to Stevens. And the pitch. Swing and a miss in the turf. They'll throw it down to first base. And just did get Stevens. And that will retire the side. But Bardasovsky with a leadoff double scored on a 2-base error. And we'll head to the bottom of the 9th inning. All tied at 8. You're watching and listening to Bronco Baseball. So the Broncos will pinch hit here. So Crosby will be pinch hit here for Tyler Bailey. And he'll look at ball 1. As I showed you the line, with everything that's been said and done, all the walks and hit batters and Runners on base, 8, 9, and 4 for El Dorado, 8, 9, and 3 for Oklahoma City. 1 ball and 1 strike to Bailey. Tyler Bailey out of Stafford, Virginia. Mom Lynn in the crowd watching. And there's a foul ball out of play, 1-2. Bailey, Goad, and Coyne are the scheduled 3 for El Dorado. Here's a 1-2, way outside. Good heat on that fastball, but outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still 40 of you out there watching, 41 now watching and listening to our game here tonight. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning, 8-8. Bailey with a 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss, strike 3. So here's Mason Goad.
Number 7, Mason Goad.
Mason is 0 for 3 tonight, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. This is his 6th time coming to the dish. And the first pitch is low, ball 1. Outfield plays shallow and straight away for Mason Goad. Here's the 1-0, and Goad fouls it into the parking lot. 1 ball and 1 strike. Same 2 teams here tomorrow night. And then Dodge City is here for the weekend. And Jordan Stevens now limping over to first base. I don't know if he made a quick move on that foul ball and Oklahoma City can ill afford an injury here. Susan B. Allen Memorial Hospital rehabilitation folks here. And now Stevens will take a seat. It doesn't look like he's cramping, but I don't know.
Okay, number 17 is going to second. 26 is going to third. He was on third, I think. He's going to second.
So we will take a pause in our play-by-play. We'll be back. 1 ball and 1 strike to Mason Goad. We're tied in the bottom of the 9th here on YouTube. So as you might have been able to see there, they had to help Jordan Stevens off the field. So it looks like the first baseman, Azell, has moved to third base. They're looking to bring Justice in at first, but if you'll notice, Justice has a different colored jersey on. We'll zoom in there. He played last night, and now the umpire's talking with the manager. So something isn't quite right now.
That guy's taking his shirt. Somebody's taking their shirt off.
So they're going to put, this is a big kid too. Not just any jersey will fit, but this should be interesting.
Put on this straight jacket. He says this doesn't fit.
So Justice puts a jersey on. And now they're looking in the dugout. So Justice is going to come back. Well, what's he? So
33 is now the first baseman.
so
He was the pitcher last night that batted.
the pitcher from last night, Corbin Volman, now will come in to play first base. Justice puts his black shirt back on. I wonder why he doesn't have a red jersey. So Volman at first, Azell is at third. The shortstop, Harrell, is trying to direct traffic, and Mason Goad, with all this, will step in with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. And Goad hits it in the infield. Azell comes in. He'll be tested right away, and that ball gets past Volman. Mason Goad on his way to second base. So that's going to be an error, probably on the first baseman. Oh, a base. I'll say Goad will get a single, and then an error on the first baseman. It hit him in the glove, but I'm sure he hasn't. I'm guessing he hasn't played much first base. So the Broncos have the winning run at second base, and here's Jarrett Coyne. Oh, this would be nice for Jarrett with so much family here in the crowd. Could he get a walk-off win here? One away for El Dorado here in the bottom of the ninth inning. And the pitch, and that one slides in there for strike one. No balls and a strike. Goad gets his lead off a second. And the pitch, and Coyne flips it into foul territory. Volman ranging, and again, just looks very uncomfortable. He gave it a good effort, but it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. No one really holding on Mason Goad. He's got a very shallow lead for no one being close. Fastball out of the zone, ball 1. Mason could probably get a couple more steps. Now Harrell will move over. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jarrett Coyne. He doubled his last time. And the pitch, and he'll foul this one out of play. But you talk about just bad luck for Oklahoma City with the injury. Wouldn't you know, Mason Goad grounds it to the new third baseman, who has to throw it to the new first baseman. And now 2 foul balls have gone towards Volman at first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Coyne hits it towards short. Harrell's going to look to go to third. He threw it high. So the new players out there, Azell was put in a bad spot. So Coyne is at first. Goad is at third. And there's one away, and here's Aaron Mack. Dennis's boy comes up with a chance to win it for El Dorado in the bottom of the ninth inning. 2 runs scored tonight for Aaron. He's got an RBI as well. Infield comes in. Coyne will move down to second base. Indifferent, so no stolen base for Coyne, but that takes a force play out of play. And now they're going to intentionally walk Aaron Mack, and it'll be up to Kyle Barfield. Which is the right move by OKC. So Kyle Barfield a chance to win it. Kyle tonight 1 for 4, I should say, 2 RBIs. He needs just one here. The outfield is tremendously shallow. And the pitch, and that one's inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. El Dorado led at one point here tonight 4-1, trailed at one point 7-4. We're tied at 8 here in the ninth. And the 1-0. Barfield taking all the way, looks at strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases full of Broncos after Bailey led off the inning with a strikeout, a single and an error for Goad getting to second. Coyne hit into a fielder's choice and a walk to Aaron Mack. Here's the 1-1, hit sharply to the shortstop, off his glove, and El Dorado wins. And boy, just a rough season for Oklahoma City continues, and the Broncos score 5 runs in the last 3 innings, and they win here tonight 9-8. And that will be an error on Harrell. A few words exchanged maybe there at the end. Let's take a quick look at that line score.
1 run on 1 hit. And 3 men left on base.
So 9, 10, and 4 for El Dorado. 8, 9, and 5 for Oklahoma City. Garrett Glass is the winning pitcher tonight.
We're back here tomorrow night.
And the losing pitcher is Edwards. El Dorado's won the first 2 of this series. They'll look for the season or the sweep here tomorrow night. They are 3-2 against Oklahoma City here on the season. Time of tonight's game, 2 hours and 59 minutes. I haven't even put the run on. Let me do that. There we go. There's the winning run. And again, Garrett Glass, the winning pitcher, Edwards, the losing pitcher. Same time tomorrow night, Game 3 of this 3-game series, 7 o'clock with the play-by-play. Oklahoma City comes here to El Dorado as we take a look at the coins down here on the field. Until tomorrow night, hope you have a great rest of your evening. Kurt Caden bidding you good night from El Dorado.
Good job, bud.